Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Wave Podcast. It's the other guy. My name is Iga and welcome to this week's episode of the Wave Podcast. We promised that this week's episode would be visual, and as we promised, we are back. And today's episode is quite special because we are every single episode we keep going a notch higher and higher. So the past episodes have been very amazing episodes, great episodes, and well, it's amazing that we are sitting again and doing this. Before we go in, we get into the issues that we have at hand. Allow me to shake my brother's hand finally on camera. Yeah, we've been doing this.
Officially, we have been doing this with just sound.
Yeah, finally we're doing this. And I'm super excited. How are you feeling that we're finally on camera, man?
Bro, I'm super excited, and the fact that I'm sitting next to a celebrity.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Remember that the sound that you are getting us from right now is being engineered by 17 Studios, and we're inviting you to, contact us so that we can give you contact to this amazing guy that's producing this amazing sound. We want you to, jump on this great sound that this guy is giving us. And as you can see, we're at a very unique place.
We're at a very unique place. So this week we're shooting from Mercato. So yeah, you can come through. Really nice cafe. I don't know what Jorzzi thinks.
I don't know.
It's amazing here, man. This is very nice, man.
Yeah. So
Mercato
on this.
Cafe.
Yeah, on this
think
week.
it's amazing?
Yeah, like there's food. I'm a foodie. There's everything here. Yeah.
Yeah, we're hoping that they offer us something before the episode ends.
Please let them.
So yeah.
Taste.
Yeah.
So yeah, this week we're sitting down with Jorzzi, guys. A lot of people have been speaking about his song.
Yeah.
He did a Tonga song, guys.
Yeah.
He did a Tonga song.
Yeah.
And I actually want to find out, how did he write that? Are you Tonga?
Yes, I am.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm Tonga. Mom is Tonga. I grew up with her. I grew up mostly with her side of the family. Yeah. So I'm Tonga, man. Yeah. I grew up in Choma.
So you do speak Tonga as in fluently?
Fluently.
Okay.
Very deep Tonga, actually.
Very deep Tonga.
Very deep.
I could tell on the song, bro.
You could tell the appearance, or
No,
Okay.
from the song. I could tell from the song.
For a moment, I thought maybe it was just pure creativity, just somebody that speaks Tonga sitting you down and teaching you how to speak Tonga and whatnot.
If by somebody sitting me, it was creative. By somebody sitting me down, you mean Jorzzi again? Yeah, I sat myself down to say I need to make a Tonga song. Yeah, but then it was all like off the top. And then we also had, I also did that creative process with Toaster.
Oh.
You know Toaster?
I know.
Yeah. Slap D's brother.
Yeah, Slap D's brother. So he came up with the idea to say, okay, let's try do a Tonga song and whatnot. Yeah, and that's how we came up with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That song is doing amazing, man. It's got 1 million views.
Yeah.
Have you already been paid for it?
Yeah.
Oh.
YouTube is paying well, right?
I don't know if it's YouTube that paid or if it's Galaya, but all I know is Galaya is running everything.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, man, amazing. Let's talk about before we get into
the technical bits of the interview.
Let's talk about how you're doing now. How are you faring, man? Not so long ago, you talked about branching off from New Age.
Yeah.
Before we talk about why you left New Age, why you left XYZ, how are you doing now?
I'm okay, actually. I can't complain. There's aspects to like being independent that I never really was sure about. Like I didn't know I was gonna find that. There's things like, there's actually a lot of things, man, I didn't know I would have to handle myself. You know what I mean? Hence the whole independent name.
What
you know what I
differences?
mean? So the difference is like when you're under a label, there's a lot of stuff that they take care of for you. You know what I mean?
You don't have to do it.
Yeah, you don't have to do it. You know what I mean? Because it actually makes you just concentrate on the creative part as well. That was the advantage I saw. But then like being independent, it's a stretch, but I'm okay.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I personally think it's teaching you to be your own man in the industry.
Yeah, it is.
It's teaching
It
you
is
the technical
actually.
bits of how you can run your own label.
Yeah, it is. But-
In the near future, we'll find you, grooming people.
Yeah.
And
I actually can't wait.
That's basically because you will have learned the whole process of being in the industry.
Yeah.
You'll have learned it firsthand. Amazing, man.
Yeah.
What would you say have been your ups in terms of being independent? What would you say? Would you say it's better to be under a label, or would you advise an upcoming artist to be signed, or should they push for themselves?
I don't want to come out like maybe I'm trying to bash like being signed or whatever, but like if the way you've asked me, I would actually tell an upcoming artist to, experience is the best teacher, because I've learned a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If an artist wants to be signed, let them sign. You know what I mean? If an artist wants to be independent, because it works either way.
So you think the experience that people have with labels is dependent on which label they are signed to?
Yeah.
So
Not
how
all
was-
labels are the same.
So
you know
think
what I mean?
there are good labels in Zambia?
Yeah, they're there. Come on.
Can you mention a few?
Oh my god. They're good labels, yeah. There's Galaya. There's of course Makitu's label.
Which one? Coppola Swag or the new one?
Coppola Swag, even the new one, cause like the new one, I had the chance to actually go to his studio, and then I found out how like the people there are being kept, like how they're faring and whatnot. You know what I mean? They
Oh, I
have
think-
no
I think-
reason to complain.
You're friends with Franco, right?
Yeah, man.
He's signed under.
Yeah.
It's Olijaba.
Oli Jabba, yeah. I just got to learn that like recently, though we haven't talked in like 4 months.
Okay.
But yeah, we're cool like that. It's just, everyone's busy. So there's Makitu's label, there's XYZ as well,
Yeah.
Yeah, just to mention a few like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Even Elation.
oh
You've heard of it.
yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah.
So how did before we actually get to the part where you're signed, how did the music journey begin? Because, and I'm not saying like how you started singing.
Yeah.
How did you get to the point where you felt like, okay, this is music and this is what I want to do? And who would you credit to say they discovered me?
First, cause like now, I'll take it to this way. Now I'm working with like 2 guys. Yeah, these are childhood friends. One is a relative.
Yeah.
So there's a road manager. That's Richie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Richie, and then
Shout out
there's
to Richie.
Yeah, shout out Richie.
Shout out to Richie.
Looking fresh. And then I have a PR, and that's Kalito. Who's
Alright.
home. He's trying to organize for tomorrow's show.
Okay.
So yeah, what I can say is Kalito is the one who actually
Discovered
discovered
the
me.
talent.
It's so funny now that I'm independent and I'm like, yo, you know what? Let's
Let's
so
do it together.
Kalito,
Yeah.
because Kalito, when I recorded my first track, Kalito told me I would love you to meet someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I dressed up, young, anxious and whatnot. Dressed up, and then we went to Matero.
Oh yeah, Mateo.
Yeah, Matero. And we got to this house and we knocked on the door. It was funny though, like knocked on the door. He didn't tell me who I was going to meet, and then Daev Zambia just came out.
Oh,
Yeah.
the late Dave.
Yeah.
How was your relationship with Dave?
It was good, man. Yo, there's issues that I would also say, like, as guys, I didn't know that was it, but then like we got to straighten it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
it was
after
just
his-
away from
Yeah,
the
because
music.
after his death, there was a bit of stories here and there. Dave wasn't. This one should have apologized. Maybe that you regret.
Yeah.
You know how the media tries to.
Yeah. Cause I was actually hit for not sharing Dave's album.
You were?
Yeah.
What happened? Why didn't you share it though?
Yo, that's where we're coming to. Like, if you're signing to labels, man, just make sure you're not under a label that's made out of hate.
Alright.
You know what I mean? Out of pain, like nothing good comes out of that. Like if you work out of hate for the other brother, it doesn't work out. You just keep hating, they keep elevating. You're hating. That's how it is. So those were instructions. Let's go.
So yeah. You get to Matero, Daev Zambia comes out. What are your thoughts at that moment?
I think my thoughts at that point were like, "Ish, we're famous. We made it." You know, those were my thoughts at that point. And I just felt like, okay, I've really accomplished something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been a fan of Daev, the whole crew. So yeah, and after that we went in, we had some drinks, you know, bought some drinks and we had like talks and whatnot. It was just like a cool day, and that was like in his room. We were chilling in his room. You know what I mean?
At his house.
Yeah, in his room.
So you had a close relationship with Daev?
Yeah, my relationship with Daev started like way before I even joined XYZ.
Okay.
Yeah, met him a couple more times, and then I went quiet because I was trying to push, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, because I wasn't signed.
Yeah, because when you're hanging out with someone who's already there,
You feel comfortable.
You feel comfortable.
And I just saw, I'm like, no.
Guys,
guys. I'm like, no.
Yeah. So let's talk about how XYZ came up in the picture.
Yeah.
Like upon you meeting Daev, you guys hang out. It's like your buddies now. So you actually you eventually find yourself in XYZ.
Khalito, like I mentioned in the beginning, Khalito, he introduced me to a guy named Brown. And then both Khalito and Brown introduced me to Stash.
Oh,
so we worked. Stash. Yeah. So we worked on a couple of things with Stash, like 2 of them actually. So he then added me after we were done with the works. I went back home the next day, and I was with Brown. Yeah, on that night. So went back home the next day, and Stash added me to a group. Yeah, I couldn't tell it was. I didn't know it was the XYZ group, man. It's like the way they titled that group. But then I started checking like the contacts. I was like, okay, this is slap. I know slap when I know a slap when I see one.
Yeah.
And then I looked. I'm like, oh, this is B-Mac. This is who. And then I checked out what was happening in the group. People were like, no, that's my hook. I was like, oh wow, you know, this is big for me. You know.
Yeah. So what was the first record that you got out XYZ? Wait, first did you get signed? Then you started releasing music, or did they start dropping music before?
They started dropping music before.
Before.
Yeah.
So what was the first record?
That should be Come.
The one on Bobby's.
Yeah. That was the first record I ever at XYZ.
You know the jam he's talking about?
No. That wasn't the first. That was the first, yeah. Mulolo was before I met the big guys or signed, yeah.
Okay.
So that's what happened, and then how can I say this? Come, and then we had a song with Toaster.
Oh,
Cry Over Hearts.
Oh yeah. I heard that song.
Yeah, so those were like one of the songs.
But Come was a really good song.
Yeah.
I want you to come, baby. You know when I heard that, I didn't know the guy who did the hook was Zambian. I was like, Bobby just sampled a guy from.
Oh my god.
Who gets sued?
Yeah.
So there's so much chemistry between you and Bobby, man.
Yeah.
How was your relationship like while you were at XYZ? Seeing that, you know, the especially the Mother Tongue album, Elisha Long and you.
You literally split the album in 2.
Yeah.
How was your relationship like?
With Bobby. It was very
as CEO.
Very amazing actually. Very good guy. You know. I've lived with Bobby for like a year and a half. You know what I mean? That was the first time I ever.
Together.
Yeah. was the first time I ever camped. You know what I mean? Living together, bro.
Okay.
Like no one should lie to you, man. I lived with Bobby for like a long time.
Bobby's a chill guy.
bro,
Yeah.
bro, you guys are living together. You guys are eating together.
Yeah.
Munebukira na pamoja.
Munebukira na pamoja.
Yeah, and then you're working together. How were you guys able to, balance the work relationship?
The work and because he's the CEO, of the record label you're signed to.
Yeah.
And that was even before I got signed.
Oh, really?
Oh.
That was way before I got signed, man.
So wait. So
Because
you're not
you know-
signed, but you're dropping music. Are they paying you for this music?
No.
Wait.
So could this be one of the reasons that
Yeah.
that led to problems?
Before I got signed?
Yeah.
No, man, that was actually cool, man. I'm a young boy in Lusaka pushing for my music. Why would I want my paycheck
Like
for
early
people who are
people that are trying
putting
to help
you on? Yeah.
But then they're making money out
So
of the
wait,
music.
that was
that's their story. You know, when you're hungry, like when you're really hungry for this music stuff, man, you can never explain your actions.
Yeah.
So do you think a lot of young artists are being exploited like that?
or
Yeah, especially if you're signed.
And then also, do you ever look at that and feel like, bad indeed, I must come to. Do you ever feel like you were exploited during
Before
that
I
period?
was signed?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Because
I was learning what to do. I actually didn't know what to do, you know what I mean?
Because Come was a big record.
Yeah.
It was. It
Yeah.
was.
I think it went. Is it number 2 on the local rhythms countdown? Is it number 2 or number 1?
Okay, so look at the thing. Yeah, this boy who just came out of Choma, came from Choma. You're here trying to push, and Bobby just takes you in. You know what I mean? You make
Yeah.
like a big record. He starts making money, and you're living together. And this guy is clothing you, man. I never even used to have like, even my fashion sense. I think I learned it from him. I didn't know how to dress. You know what I mean? I didn't know how to.
You just came out of a place where they say there's kettle.
Yeah. Whipping God's creation.
I think Bobby is such a good guy, man.
He is,
I've met him once.
Yeah.
And I think he's such a cool guy. And the fallout, a whole bunch of artists falling out from XYZ was just like amazing. Yeah, it's a dub which everyone say. Like,
We were surprised.
we were all surprised, man. So maybe in the simplest terms, Nishi, what really caused that fallout of artists from XYZ? Was it issues to do with management? Was
it money?
Yeah, and I think
Management.
at some point I saw a statement from H where there was the word selfish. Who was being selfish at XYZ?
BMAC said the same.
BMAC said the same thing.
Yeah. It depends on what level you're looking at it. You know what I mean? If you're an artist and you say it's selfish, you obviously have to point out to say that one's selfish.
Yeah, that one's selfish.
So if you're in the management, they also know why they're saying selfish. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So issues of money are what lead to the word selfish.
Yeah,
You can't say selfish because you failed to give someone a t-shirt. That's a lie.
that's a lie, man.
It's
That's a
money.
lie.
So were there issues at XYZ of artists not getting paid?
Ish. To be honest, I don't think I ever got paid.
Wait,
No, I don't think I.
Bro,
wait.
do you know how big Toxic was?
Nah, even before you get to Toxic, that was another record. That was like the second record.
Do you know how
All
big-
over.
All over.
I
All
jumped
over
all
was
over
like-
the whole year, man.
All over was like
I never got paid.
And bro, like, you see, I think I have to salute you, man. You really look like you were putting in so much when you were at XYZ, because there was a point where, especially I think a bit of last year, you looked like Bobby's handman, man.
Yeah.
You went to KMP live mic.
Yeah.
so you weren't
Great
getting paid for all
experience.
those.
Nah, bro.
Bro.
Nah.
How did you survive?
How did I survive?
What kept you there?
What kept me there was, I don't like to be like the type to talk a lot. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at these situations to say, okay, people have put me on, but then is it going to be a situation of putting you on this whole time, like till you get old? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think even Slap just showed me to say he would tell me things to show me to say you need to grow up, you're no longer a kid, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So he won't tell you directly, you know what I mean? He'll just give you life advice to say, yo, time to wake up, you know what I mean?
Wake up.
Yeah.
This is the owner of the label telling you to
To
wake
say,
up.
wake up, yeah, you're not jacked up, you know what I mean?
No.
So
Isn't he the guy who's supposed to pay
so
you?
I never got paid for anything. Only time I got like a package was when I did an advert for Slap, because I used to produce like some of his adverts.
Yeah.
Jobs, you know, like I repair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I repair.
I repair.
I
Yeah,
made
yeah.
that beat and also recorded the hook and also recorded the king. And yeah, so I didn't get paid, and I was planning at the back of my mind, like, okay, you know what? I think I've had enough. I've learned enough. It's time to move. That was my plan, not to start something to fight people.
Not to start something to
but-
fight practically.
Yeah.
But were you
XYZ.
getting creative credits for the work?
Yeah.
You wrote some because I feel like
Okay,
you've
okay,
written
yeah,
some-
I've written a lot of songs. Only a few normal people who credit you, but
No more people.
Yeah.
Bro,
So what big song can you point out to say I had hands on this one?
Ace. Ace.
bruh.
You guys are dancing to my lyrics,
So,
right?
so
No, I want
Dancing to
him.
my lyrics.
Yeah, what song?
or maybe we should name the song. That,
Bruh. How many songs? I can't even like say the number of songs. You know what I mean?
Can you mention specifically one record?
I know what song you're trying to. Yeah. Toxic. Toxic.
You wrote Toxic.
Yeah.
Because you know what was crazy?
Because we were me and Bobby. It was just me and Bobby in that. I wrote the whole Kantu's verse.
Do you know who made me realize that you were on Toxic? He did.
I did.
Oh yeah.
He's like, yo, bro, these are not Bobby's vocals.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm like, no. He's like, no, let's sit down and listen. And we sat down, and then we listened. I'm like, yo, Jorzzi's on the song.
Yeah.
Why isn't he on the credits?
Like literally,
that's-
man.
you know, if someone feels they don't want to give you credit, they also don't want to. It's fine, man. As long as you did your part, because like the industry is listening. At the end of the day, you
Yeah.
know what I mean. The industry is listening, so they'll be like, he wasn't credited, but if he can write something like this, let me call him.
Let me call.
That's it.
'Cause-
I really don't like going back and forth
Back
with
and forth,
people, you
yeah.
know, because that's energy, bruh. Like, that's a lot of energy you're using, you know what I mean? You'd better use that energy to continue the journey you just started.
So okay. So what happens with the fallout in XYZ? Are the artists forced out, or it was just a thing where people would choose to say, I do not want to be here?
I don't know about the others, bruh. Like for the others, I don't know. But like for me, it was just time for me to book out.
How was your relationship with the people that you left at XYZ after you left? You left Bobby, you left Slap,
Yeah.
Mukumbi, you left guys at XYZ. How was your relationship? Was there a hate relationship between you guys? If you met at the mall, would you say hi to each other? How was it like? And did you also feel like maybe they were blocking you in the industry?
Blocking me? I don't think they've ever blocked me, man. I don't think so.
Talking about your relationship?
Yeah, the relationship was like this, cause like, how can I say this? I was at a label where people didn't want anything to do with the guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're found talking with the guys, it's gonna be a problem, you know what I mean? And all that. So I said, since now I'm here and there's rules here, let me just keep my distance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me keep my distance. I didn't say anything bad to anyone. I didn't do what. I just kept quiet
You just
and tried to look at the whole situation.
look at the positive.
You can't
that
look at the
comes out.
situation in a day.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's true.
So I looked at the whole situation. 3 months down the line, I'm like, okay, where is this hate coming from? You know what I mean? And I remember the last conversation we had with Bobby was like, I felt bad because I didn't reply, you know what I mean? I didn't reply, knowing I didn't mean not to reply, you know what I mean? I just wanted like my space to see if truly what people are talking about is true. You know, because you're hearing this from that side.
Yeah.
This one has their story. This one opens their book. This one and go like, oh wait, I'm actually living people's life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why can't I just step back and look at the whole situation? And when I evaluated the situation,
you and Bobby, how's the relationship now? Because you were talking about you felt bad not responding to him. Is it a relationship that's out of hate, or can you still work with him?
I can, and I will.
You will?
You know, yeah. Because like me not replying to him, it wasn't because of hate or anything. I just wanted to, because there's a lot of stuff that was on my,
on your mind.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I don't want to believe anyone at this point. Let me just do my thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So let me stay away and look at the whole situation. And I evaluated everything, and I was like, you know what? Let me just do my thing. Let me continue doing my thing. You know, because I have no reason to start having enemies with anyone. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you live XYZ, but now New Age. I know.
That's the part I'm waiting for.
The other guy has been waiting for this part.
Yeah.
So, how does New Age come about?
As in me leaving New Age.
No.
Like
How does
living
the record,
XYZ.
living XYZ, and how does New Age come about? How does the record label? How is it formed? Because it looked like it was a record label that was formed more like a brotherhood. It looked very organized from the outlook, you know. These guys that were doing music, they were releasing music every week. They were dropping videos. It didn't look like there was a boss. Maybe there was, we don't know. But then it looked like everyone was on the same level. And when you look at the interviews, because I watched the interview you guys did with Edna, or ZMB Talks, and it looked like you guys were, okay, look, we're going to run this, and
As
this
a
is
family.
how does it come about?
Yeah, it was formed as a family, you know. It was formed as a family, and you know, in family, everyone has to respect each other.
Yeah.
It also comes down to like respect and a lot of aspects actually. So it was formed as a family. And we said, okay, this one's gonna be the DJ, this one's gonna be the producer, this one's gonna do what, this one does their thing, this one does their thing, this one will run the shows, this one will do what, this one will run the pages. Yeah, it is very organized. It is organized.
What was your position there?
My position? I was actually a singer, songwriter. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So,
Who was in charge first?
who was in charge entirely?
H-Man.
Okay. So, the label is going on well. We're hearing of, H and, everybody is a team.
Is a team.
Like, we believe the reason why everybody was coming off defensive about the label was because you built it on, the principle that it was a family,
It's going on well.
It's going on well.
They're dropping hits, bro.
They're dropping hits, man. You dropped Lobola.
You dropped Lobola. You dropped My Woman.
I dropped Lobola under XYZ.
Oh, you did? Not, and then
My Woman was
My
under
Woman?
New Age.
My Woman was under, and then
Yeah, it should have.
There's Alicia is also dropping. He dropped. What song was that?
Chance.
Chance.
There's also that song.
Chance
There's a song I love so much. The one that has Kamsta on it.
Oh.
I love that song too. Yeah.
You also you do a song with BMAC on BMAC's
Addicted to Winning.
The Sevens Among Them, Addicted to Winning.
Yes.
There's all of this going on, man. We're looking from the outside and we're thinking that's a label that is probably going to be the bigger version of XYZ. And at first I actually thought maybe that's just a stunt to maybe rebrand XYZ.
But that's what
we talked about that. Yeah. So what went wrong, man? Because we have DJ Risk going back to XYZ. Alicia Long
Going back.
Slap D saying there's no time for you, you have to go back to work. So what's causing the fallout again? Because it's too early, man.
It's too early.
It's too early for such a fallout.
Has it even been a
selfish?
It's Oh, now for you to say you yourself said when selfishness comes up, it's issues of money.
It's issues of money. So there's money involved.
There's money involved.
Yeah. Why would I be talking about an issue? Why shouldn't I be talking about an issue about money? Like if I'm not talking about money, then I'm wasting time.
So unlike at XYZ where you are not getting paid, as you have said.
I understood.
Yeah, you understood. You willingly. This time around, there's an agreement that you were supposed to be getting stacks. You were supposed to be getting money for your work, the work that you were putting in. How was it like? How were finances?
Yeah, what were the technicalities? The label was supposed to be getting a share?
The label, it's all there in the contract, man. You know, contracts have percentages, you know what I mean? So it's a 60-40, right?
Yeah. So you get
And
60?
then you get 40.
You get the label gets 60.
Yeah.
Bro.
So you see where all this is going. Yeah, I like that reaction. We're going somewhere.
You get 40
You
for your work.
haven't heard anything yet. Let's go.
You write
Let's go.
you write the music, you perform,
Yeah.
you do the videos, you do all the hard work, you do the preparation, you have the sleepless nights, and they give you 40%.
Yeah. So that's one of them.
Bro, so maybe just tell us a story. For me,
sounds
I don't.
speechless.
I'm speechless
I'm
right
speechless.
now because I thought maybe there were great deals out there.
They are there.
Well,
So wait,
I meant
so-
like specifically at New Age.
Oh, you meant there?
Yeah.
Yo, like for me, I wouldn't go there ever again. I wouldn't even rethink. You know? Yeah.
Bro,
So you're saying selfishness. Would you specifically point out a few people to say, because of this person, these are the issues we're having?
Maybe cutting to the chase. I mean, adding on to his question, cutting to the chase. Why did you leave New Age?
Why did I leave
What's
New
the
Age?
story? What's the selfishness story? behind it?
Selfishness, man. I remember once working on something. You know, I don't even have time to beat around the bush, man. Like, I remember bringing someone to work over at our studio, you know what I mean? And that was a program where, like, okay, this person was gonna pay, you know what I mean? You know, this is a family, so whatever small money or big money we make, we need to
as a
share.
family.
So we worked, and at that time my manager was Kunta. Yeah, so I told Kunta to say, okay, now since we're done, let's go ask for our share. And he goes there and he's told, does Jorzzi really need his money?
What?
If I asked you that question, what comes to your head?
It's like
You're not being.
You don't
no one
want to pay
thinks.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
You don't want to pay me.
You don't want to pay me
So,
like it's a sign.
so why the hell? Oh shit! I was about to cuss.
No, it's okay. We'll
So-
bleep it out.
Oh, you will bleep it out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because it's on my chest. So I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, why? Why would you ask me such a silly question? You know what I mean?
So who specifically said that?
Yo, I don't know, man. I wouldn't.
Who was handling finances?
For that specific project, it was Kobe. For that specific project, and he asked Kunta to say, okay, does Jorzzi really need the money?
Because
Does Mohsin really need the money?
because
You know, that's not how a brother talks, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A brother will tell you, oh, okay, guys, this is how much we can remove because we need to do this, and this.
Yeah.
You're not even explaining why. That's just like saying you're wasting your time there. You know what I mean? Does he really need the money? What the hell, bro? I don't have a second job. I work for you, with you, and you ask me this rubbish. You've never even paid me. And then on a situation where I even brought this whole deal here. You know what I mean? I don't care whether the deal was worth 500 kwacha. We're supposed to have a share. Give me some airtime.
So wait,
bruh.
so you know what you say Kobe was in charge of the finances for that specific project because when you listen to Kobe speak about this, he hasn't addressed the media of why he left XYZ and stuff. I'm just trying to connect the story. On his song Resurrection, he says, if the captain of the ship leaves the ship whilst you were there, what do? Aren't you supposed to leave the ship as well?
How do you stay?
How
Something
do you
is
stay?
drowning. You stay. Even though you left swimming. Man.
Yeah. So if I were to put it in this context, so if the captain of the ship is eating alone and he's not sharing with the crew members, how does he expect them to survive?
I like it that he actually said that in his song. So they shouldn't ask me why I left. You know what I mean?
Makes a lot of sense, man.
Makes so much.
I actually love the fact that he said that in his song.
So
So
wait,
if they ever have a question to say, why did you leave? You have a song talking about that.
So
wait. To connect the 2 points, is it? Are the people at New Age? Were the people at New Age upset at the fact that Slap D and Bobby signed for Kalandanya?
No, why would you be upset? You bleep this out. Your niggas are elevating. Why would you be upset?
or
Because this is the
maybe-
person that is saying the captain of the ship has left. What
Yeah.
am I doing here?
Could be that.
But he's still running XYZ.
Could be that.
Isn't he?
Could be
Yeah.
that. Slap.
He's left
Bobby.
it. He's left XYZ as an artist.
Yeah.
But he'll never leave as the owner of that thing.
Yeah, that's
How?
true. But from your perspective, how was Bobby's and Slap's attention at the time when they shifted from when they got signed under the Calendar
Calendar.
label
Their attention towards us.
towards XYZ? Yeah.
Bruh, it was good for me. I can't complain, man. I even went to do that KMP 45. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude is literally under a label and he gets his artist, one of their artists
Artists.
from XYZ to say, yo, no matter what, you need to do this thing. He's trying to elevate you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I actually thought you would get signed either the Kalandanya or Nexus.
Nah. Because I told you at the time I was thinking about doing my own thing,
Yeah.
of which I've now gotten into doing it.
So is that just one of the situations you can highlight that have led to you leaving New Age?
I was about to ask the same question.
Yeah, issues of selfishness, yeah? Selfishness disgusts me, man. Like if someone wants to really like wants me to lose respect for them, just be selfish. It's simple as that.
So, but were you getting paid under New Age
Paid for what?
for the work
The work
that
you
you
were
were
putting
doing?
in.
What work?
You said
I mean,
you were a
you
singer, you
had-
were a songwriter, you were a producer.
You had
Yeah.
My Woman. You had songs. You had features on.
I had shows.
You had shows as well.
I wanted you to actually name
Talk about
everything. I
shoes.
wanted you to name everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you were saying all that, I never got a penny for anything. Only time I got paid was a 1xbet deal, and then when I got to learn the amount that actually people are getting paid for 1xbet, I was touched when I got to like compare it with what they gave me. And then me not being a selfish person, I actually shared it with my man. What I got, I shared it with my manager and my friend.
So wait. So 1xbet paid the label. They paid them handsome money.
Yeah, like, you know, money that when you post something, it's a post, you know what I mean? It's good money. You're just doing a post for that amount of money. That's okay.
So how much were they giving you?
But I don't want to.
Okay, so
But I now revamped the deal
deal?
with 1xbet.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Zengaman. Yeah.
Yeah. So Zengaman is a real one.
Yeah, this is a real one.
He's a real one.
So
He
let's
did a
talk-
whole album with Muzo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Made him
helping
his
him.
money.
Yeah.
Made him his money and said, okay, now do your thing. What's so hard with that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
So
much
let's talk
more
about
selfish do you
let's
have
talk
to be?
about you being at New Age. Let's talk about the series of events. You have shows. I know that particular thing happened when you brought that deal, and you did not decide to leave. You stayed. For me, what I want to hear is what was the actual thing that made you decide, say,
I think I am.
at this point, I'm not taking in any more
Crap.
crap. Yeah.
Issues of respect. You know? Issues of respect. I wouldn't go. Look, like this whole theory doesn't make sense. You own a label, yeah?
Yeah.
And you go talk ill about your artist. You know, absurd things, man. Like I go to another artist and say, hey, Jorzzi was talking about you, man.
Yeah.
So don't fuck with Jorzzi. You know what I mean? And then he comes to me and says, that other guy was talking about you, man. Don't
Yeah.
fuck with you. That's some bullshit.
Yeah. So
You
that
create
started
hate?
affecting how you were working. in the
Yeah,
industry.
instead of I'm like, yo, I approached, you know, he did this with me and Alicia. I approached Alicia and said, bro, why aren't you talking to me? And Alicia was like, I wanted to ask you the same thing. I'm like, oh no, this is the situation.
You're surprised. Alicia is also surprised that H is trying to cause a bit of problems with among his own artists.
Yeah. So I felt I just couldn't deal with all that stuff. You know, like to be honest, I was really hurt. You know what I mean? And always, even issues, just simple issues like you have a friend, you have a new friend, you have a partner. People would actually, that person would actually go as far as intoxicating, like how your partner looks at you, man.
Which is really weird.
That's weird
For a brother.
as a guy. Like, what are you planning? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why would you even just go as far as talking to someone's partner? Like, who gave you the balls?
Why are you trying to be a
Like,
person
like
with
you
a
have,
partner?
like you have balls, and then someone gives you these balls and says, do this."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that doesn't make sense at all. So issues of respect. I hate it when I'm disrespected, man. I can be as humble as whatever, but like, how long will you be disrespecting me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't like disrespect.
So could that be one of the reasons why there was also a bit of disagreement with XYZ?
I don't know about theirs. I know about mine.
Okay.
You know, like,
But how's your relationship with the guys at New Age?
it's okay.
Did you ever address such issues with H? Did you ever speak to him about that?
When you talk to him, he's always the right one. Even when he does something wrong, he's always the right one.
What about
I'm not big on people who don't respect people. Trust me, you disrespect me, I leave you.
so what about B-Mac
I'm cool.
and Kobe?
I haven't talked to Kobe in a long time.
Anyway, enough, man.
It is serious.
It's a lot of things that have
he is.
happened between you guys, and I think moving away from that, let's talk about your new song. You have
Yeah.
a new song out,
Yeah.
Pulesha.
Yeah.
It's available on Boomplay.
Yeah, everywhere. Boomplay.
It's available on Spotify as well?
Spotify, yeah, because I think this Friday I'll be putting up the links to Spotify and whatnot. But I think they're live now
Yeah, they are.
They are
I actually
live.
listened to each one
on Spotify.
On Spotify.
Yeah, they're live now. So yeah.
It's available.
You also have a few features right now. I feel like Jorzzi is the most featured amongst the young artists.
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I like
Yeah.
if you had to mention like a most featured artists, I would say Sheffy, Jorzzi, Alicia Long, Nez.
Yes, yeah.
Nez is getting mad features right now.
Yeah.
I think before we let Jorzzi go.
So wait. Also, if you, I got one question. Who would you want to collaborate with? Do you have any artists you would say you would like to collaborate with?
From here,
Yeah, from within.
from within, J-Max.
J-Max.
Yeah.
J-Max is okay.
Yeah.
And then international.
International. Wheezy baby. Yo.
That's the goat. That's the goat.
Yeah, J-Max is a good guy.
Yeah.
I think he's a great guy. I'm gonna play a small game.
Okay.
This or that.
Okay.
So you
Before
can
we let
only
you go.
pick one thing.
Okay.
So calling or texting,
Texting.
night out or a night at home,
Night at home.
Sheffy or Bobbyist,
Bobby.
Mampi or Nalu,
Mom.
Israel or JK.
That's a hard one.
JK is actually my uncle.
Oh really?
Sorry, Uncle Zaid.
So Israel or JK.
Nah, JK.
Slap D or Makitu.
Slap.
The Great Kalu or Christopher Katongo.
Christopher.
If you were president for a day, what 5 things would you change?
What 5 things would I change?
Yeah.
5. The roads.
Uh-huh.
The the roads, the shanty clinics, infrastructure of orphanages, like especially in Kamwala. I would also change the what do you call this? You know how in Dubai they have like the Benz
Oh yeah.
as a taxi.
As a taxi, yeah.
Yeah, I would lower the rates for these people with fancy cars who want to enter
The business.
Oh, okay.
business. Yeah, and then I would also give support to the entertainment industry. Yeah, those are the things I'll change.
Who's your current favorite Zambian artist?
Current, Mumbayaji.
That guy is creative.
Yeah.
That guy is creative.
Amongst the people you've worked with, who's the easiest to work with?
Who's the easiest? Like artist or producer?
Any of them.
Any of them.
Rico. The
Record is
producer,
good.
yeah.
Record is good.
I saw you in the studio with Shenki.
Yeah. That
Shenki Sugar.
that was mad.
Shenki representing for us people from the Copper
That
Belt.
was
No, Shenki is not
mad.
from the
That-
Copper Belt. man.
Wait, for real?
Shenki is from Mansa.
No, Shenki. Wasn't he working from Kitwe?
He's on the Copper Belt now, but he's from Mansa originally.
Originally?
Yes.
Yeah, but then bro,
Shenki
his sound is Coppola.
Shenki, Chester, all of those artists.
But you know his sound is Coppola.
Anyway.
It's not yours. It's not yours. One last question, Jorzzi. One last question. Actually, two. If you were to date a Zambian female celebrity right now, who would you date?
If I were to date a Zambian female celebrity right now,
Yeah.
yes, man.
Who's your celebrity crush?
I like them older, man.
Is it who I'm thinking?
Who, man? Who are you thinking?
Triple M or is it double M?
Double M.
Ish, nah, but that's crossed my mind as well before. But nah, I would, but okay, all due respect, she's married, man. She's married, but if she wasn't, I think Salma, bro.
Oh,
Bro,
yeah.
Salma's
I think every
Salma is
Zambian.
good.
I don't know who doesn't.
And then the last question. Do you think you are doing better as an independent artist than you would do? Or do you think you will achieve more as an independent artist than you would have done as a signed artist?
Yeah, the stuff I've achieved, actually, I've achieved a lot. Like from the time I left, it doesn't mean I wouldn't sign, I would. But I don't think anytime soon.
It has to come with a big check.
Yeah.
Big paycheck.
Yeah, not even really. Yeah.
Some
big
calendar in your money.
but
And a better contract, yeah?
a better contract.
With better terms and conditions. You do you have a lawyer? We could
Represent you.
I have one, but now after this podcast, I'm thinking, hey, sorry, man.
Now we could be part of your legal team.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, we are speaking. We are recording from Mekato right now at Leopold's Hill. So if you're looking to chill, you can make your
sure
way
you come
here.
through.
Come through and
So
next weekend,
Saturday.
not this one, not tomorrow. So the other weekend, the other Saturday.
They are supposed to have a Saturday market. What do they
Saturday
call it?
market. Yes, there's going to be food. There's going to be arts. There's going to be all sorts of crafts. There's going to be an arrangement here. Pakabafe Food Market from 12
students
hours.
as well. Students. We're inviting a lot of students to hit us up. The Wave Podcast. There's a lot of discounts for students that have businesses that want to sell here.
Yeah.
We're hoping we can get a couple of artists to come through.
Yeah.
To perform. I don't know. We'll try to get Jorzzi to come.
We'll try and get Jorzzi to come. Yeah.
So he can do Chibebe.
You know, man, I posted that song last night, and people kept replying, "I love this song," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, amazing."
Nice.
So yeah,
Thanks.
do something.
Do you know what my favorite song is? Lobola.
For real.
The vocals.
That's
the
my
vocals.
all-time favorite, actually.
The vocals on that song go mad. Because you have to have a really, really good relationship with your lungs to go.
Yeah. But thank you so much for coming through, man.
No, thank you for having me.
We spoke in the background, and you talked about how you haven't done an interview in like a year, and you.
Even 2 years, bro.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity.
No, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, we're signing out. The Wave Podcast.
We out.
17 Studios. We out.